Be quick, eh?
No worries.
Because we're leaving in half an hour.
All right, let's go. Yeah.
Two questions.
Rolling? Rolling. All right. Afternoon, Pep.
Afternoon.
We've now faced all three of the recently relegated sides from the Premier League. Huddersfield being the last one at the weekend. I know you'd like more points from those games, but how do you feel like we fared?
I think we performed very well against the three of them. I saw that there's a difference, a little bit of a difference as well when it comes to individualities between us and some of the players in those teams. They all follow a very similar pattern. I think they have players who make a big difference offensively for them, and they're all teams that I feel that they are growing. They adapted well back from the Premier League, and obviously they won the Championship before, so they know the league. So it's not a team that will not contest for higher positions. The three of them will contest. I have I share that thinking. I think we competed very well against them three. In the end of the day, when it comes to results, I know the difficulty to play Premier League teams because they always have this little extra edge that's very difficult to compete against. But I would have loved to have 9 points out of them, but I knew the difficulties. But I think, unfortunately, the result has been outweighed on their side. But no worried, because in the long term that evens. I think we deserve to win that one in Cardiff and get something out of the football game, and I think that point in Huddersfield is fair. I think that's my vision, his opinion, and it's not valid because the reality is that, well, the Cardiff won us for whatever reasons, that Fulham won us for whatever reasons, and we got a point in Huddersfield. In the end of the league, I think that will even out. You know, some parts of the league you struggle to find your luck, and then other parts of the league you find it. So that will even out. So positive when it comes to what we produced in the pitch, because we've been ourselves. We never changed our game plans because they were in the Premier League or they were strong teams. We've been ourselves. The fans now, they recognize us. We created our own identity, and it's clear that we are growing and we follow our way. But obviously not satisfied with the points.
Mm-hmm. You said in the summer you wanted an intelligent and flexible side. There was a slightly different look to us and the way we set up against Huddersfield. Do you feel that you've reached the point where you have that now with this group of players?
It's coming. It's coming. We're still a long way because it takes probably a season to develop an idea of football. But it came early for us. But we can't now go to sleep and thinking that we're playing football. No, we need to get better at it until we manage to win consistently out of it. That sometimes that takes years and sometimes not. It depends a lot as well on a lot of factors. But it's coming. We slowly understand that we're moving away from an idea and setting our foot into a new idea that we really enjoy, that I feel that the players, they really enjoy to have this identity, and that gives them a lot of strength and confidence. But we know that as well it's about keep working to make sure that we're not only having the consistent performances that we're having as well, but now we can compete against anyone to get the 3 points.
Conor Trueman has given his first start in 15 months. Has he put himself in a position to keep that shirt now?
I always think that in the end of the day, he got himself in that position because it's his work that grant him that. My only work is trying to be as fair as possible, or as fair as I know, and I have the ability to be as fair as possible, so to make sure that whoever deserves to be there, then and the time comes for it, then it's him who has to have the chance. But in the end of the day, it's about his performances, consistent performances, to keep it, because I'm not only thinking about himself, but I'm thinking about how I want everyone to be thinking, right? Yeah.
Back on the road again on Wednesday evening to face Sheffield Wednesday. I know you do your homework on sides. What are you expecting from them?
I think it's got to be a very difficult game because I remember our games there last season, and it's a tough place to go because the pressing that they do, it will put it difficult for us to establish a game. They will not want us to feel comfortable in our football, so it will put us as many problems as possible. I think they've got to be very aggressive. You know, we need to understand that we need to play according to that, and I'm very confident in the strengths that we have in the team. You know, and I think if we all go there very focused, very confident, with a view as well to enjoy from our own performance and enjoy to play together and then hope for the company of the luck, really.
I know you were pleased with the impact that the substitutes made at the weekend. This will be the second of three games in a week. So it is very much a squad game at the minute, and they all need to be ready when called upon.
Yes, absolutely. And it's very important that it's very clear when they come on, it's very clear their role, it's very clear what they give, it's very clear what we do and how they change the play and adapt the play to us. And it's not only clear for them, but as well for the players who are playing until that moment. So this is another example that the club is giving us options, and slowly those options are settling, and slowly our football is growing. But obviously, it's about keeping one game at a time and knowing what do we need for every game. Exactly.
Harley Dean's still suspended for one more fixture. Are there any other injury concerns, or is it as you were?
No, everyone is as it was, yeah.
Just a word on Craig Garner, the announcement that he'll be first team coach as of the summer. I mean, how valuable has he been since he joined you back recently?
Everyone in the staff, not only in the football staff, but everyone in the staff of the club has had a fantastic performance so far now. I think everyone has worked very hard to make this club an environment that we are all together into what we do, that we all understand what we all are doing, and that everyone is growing. Craig is someone who has helped massively to achieve that part, and has helped massively as well with giving us his own insight in his experience as a player, his experience in the different leagues, experience of the club, in how to help to get the squad to where we want to get, on how to help the kind of training, and it's been a very good piece. When it comes to technical staff, we are very holistic, so everyone's opinion is valid, considered. Then obviously at the end of the day I have to make a decision, but it's very good because everyone in there shares the same love for the game and the same love for this kind of game, so it makes it easy to always bounce back different ways of doing things or different ways of utilizing or sorting tactical problems that we're facing, and Craig is a big part of it, yeah.
Finally from me, no more international breaks until the end of March. Is this where the Championship really settles and sorts itself out?
Yeah, probably we had 1/3 of the league done. That third, I think it kind of sets you in the position, or kind of lets you understand what position you are and what position and what will you be fighting for, really. We can say that I'm very happy that our club is in the position that we are now after 1/3 of the league because different reasons. And it's good as well that you give me the opportunity to explain the fans as well that, because for different reasons the club it's been difficult for the club to have a season where you're not worried about relegation. When we start the league, that is there. That is in the back of our mind. We know what we've been playing for the last few years, right? And it's always there. Everyone kind of tipped us to go down as well. So that was there. So we know that we're fighting our history, but we are very confident that can change. We're very confident that it's up to us to change. And we're very confident that it will not be easy. There will be ups and downs, but it's on us to change that. And we know that our fans will back us all the way through. The second part is the difficult part. Is we're going from one idea of football, we're going to the club wants to take a second idea of football, and this transition from one to the other, on top of what I said just before, makes it a big challenge. And that challenge is so huge because in the end of the day, our players are used to a kind of football, and we need to make them believe that we can do the other. And we need to make them confident that will be happening, and this will be happening, and they are going to be a main part of it because they are the stars of this. And everyone in the dressing room has been putting everything in their heart and in their soul to make sure that transition was smooth, and we got there. Everyone worked very hard. We developed the concepts that now integrate our identity, and we got there. But obviously, I want to make it clear that challenge was huge. And now we are in a position that I think is comfortable. Now no one should be worried about being a relegation fight, and we should be should be excited to think that our football will get us to new heights. When? I don't know. The only thing that I know is how hard and how long it's been to get to the point that we are now. And I put a lot of credit to everyone in the squad and everyone in the staff and everyone in the club, because that transition until the point that we are now, it was not easy. It's been achieved positively, and we know there's bumps on the roads and you want to win every game, but we need to be serious as well in the fact that we know where we come from, we know what we achieved, and we know what we can be demanded. What it can be demanded is a club that is united, a club that keeps working, that keeps fighting for every point, and that gets the right steps forward to improve their football, to develop young players, because that's another point, that we've done that, giving young players a chance, creating value for the future of the club. So I think in the end of the season that will have more value than now. But after the third of the league, and to finish your question, because I don't want to keep talking too much, after the third of the league, I would say that I'm satisfied on the point that where what we got with our football, that I'm very conscious that I want us to work and improve our football and think very positive of where we're going. But where we're going, we will see in the end of the league. The important thing is that mentality that everyone has, that ambition that everyone has to try to play the good football that can help us win with the squad that we have, really. So that's a little bit the balance of the first third. I don't know if I was clear.
Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.